Well, it's a good header from Dury. He's found Lineker here, and Dury invited to run on and might try one with the left foot, and he's teeing up Howells, and Howells has scored for Spurs. Just what Tottenham needed to settle themselves. That's First Division finishing for you. Dury really inviting David Howells to celebrate his return to the side here. Lovely slip pass from him, and he slides it in with the instep wide of Sherwood, and Spurs are in the lead. Steve Sherwood in the Grimsby goal has been largely redundant for this second half. He now has to face a corner and summon those in front of him to face it too. Short for Allen. Good ball back for Allen. Just that touch too long for him, but Tottenham are still here with Stewart, and the ball over the top. Lineker's in, and that's typical Lineker. A goal out of absolutely nothing for Gary Lineker, and that surely has won the tie for Tottenham and killed off Grimsby's challenge. How many times have we seen this? Paul Stewart looping the ball over the top. There seemed to be little harm, but a simple stretch of the right leg by Gary Lineker has sent Tottenham into a 2-goal lead. That's neat again, but Lineker just stumbling, couldn't get there. He does now, and Dury turning the defender McDermott well. Dury goes on, and on again, Lineker, Dury, and that's 3. And that's splendid reward for Gordon Dury. That must have sealed it now for Spurs. And the 1-2 between Lineker and Dury has unhinged Grimsby. Dury, Lineker and the Scottish international threading his way between the defenders and whipping it past Sherwood has sent Spurs into round 4.
Tranmere dominated the first half without taking any one of a series of chances. Leeds couldn't drop into any rhythm at all as the quick-fire passing caught them square time and time again. Kenny Irons and Dave Martindale running free from midfield. John Aldrich and Chris Malkin up front running White and Fairclough round in circles. Leeds cried cheat just before half-time, calling Eric Nixon the guilty party. Nixon, challenged by Chapman, stayed down and wouldn't respond to the Ellen Road calls. When Carl Shutt tried to juggle himself an opening goal, Nixon sprang into life. Shutt later was to do exactly the same thing as Nixon, but to greater effect. Tranmere lost Jim Steele after the break, and Leeds discovered the touch. Rod Wallace always with an eye for the spectacular. Tranmere was still creating chances, but Leeds resorted to the direct approach. Mel Sterland connecting with Lee Chapman finally. He for once escaped the attentions of Mark Hughes. After that, Leeds started to run Tranmere's back line. Mel Sterland for once finally getting free, getting space to get forward. He only had to look up to find Chapman for number 2. The goal of the night belonged to Tranmere. Dave Martindale's dainty skills leaving no less a combination than Strachan and McAllister standing. When he got the lucky rebound, he teed up John Aldrich, who took the chance and took his own goal tally to 20. Now here comes Carl Shutt again, twisting and turning on the near touchline. There's really no doubt that he's fouled by Jimmy Harvey, but the referee told him he had to go off to get treatment as his manager reorganised. Gordon Strachan merely told him to get up and get on with it. And that's exactly what he did eventually. Clean through, beating Eric Nixon on his near post. Leeds 3, Tranmere Rovers 1.
It's like the back post is the likeliest target for Simon Mills. That's where there's a pack of players. And it's gone towards the head of Robin van der Laan. And the Dutchman scores for Vale. Here's Steve Harkness. Rush. Flag stayed down. Real chance. Has he waited too long? Walters is at the far. Driven in and finished off by Steve McManaman. Marsh with a corner. In towards McManaman's head, and Ian Rush finds the net. Yarling. Ball in, appeals for hands, waved away. They were vehement from the fans, less so by the players. Jeffers, ball in towards with Peter Swan and Boyle. Martin Boyle levels it up.
There must have been something in the air at Boundary Park because all 3 goals flew in. The first, a real collector's item for Derby fullback Mickey Forsyth. He doesn't score many, especially from there. But Oldham, who fired blanks for an hour, won it with 2 bolts from the blue of their own. The first from Roger Palmer just past the hour. And 4 minutes from time, Peter Shilton was helpless again as Graham Sharp volleyed Oldham into the last 16. Tough luck on Derby, who just about deserved a second chance.
Middlesbrough will be a team to avoid in the draw. The second division leaders heading past Barnsley on Tuesday via the head of Paul Wilkinson. Up first, up highest. Things really are looking up on Teesside.
But not on Tyneside. Just when Newcastle looked to have weathered the worst at London Road, 6 minutes from time, up popped Ken Charlery for his 4th in the last 4 games. Peterborough, the only third division side, definitely through to round 4.
Marden turning it back to the young substitute, who helps it on to Clarkson. First time cross, Donovan missed it, it's gone in! Gray, he's equalised from absolutely nothing. Crystal Palace have got a face-saving equaliser.
2-0 to West Ham at Bramall Lane on a night when Dave Bassett questioned his own future at Sheffield United and Frank McAvenny suggested he's still got one at Upton Park. Mike Small's second-half penalty wrapped it up.
Corner kick towards the near post. It's very much the modern style. Teams are becoming very good at defending against that sort of spot kick. But here's an opportunity from the curling cross from Wilson. Dennis Bailey a little disappointed. Barker. Neat football from Queen's Park Rangers. Clive Wilson. 5 forward in support. Wilson dumming his way into the penalty area. Well, that was a shame. Keith Curl. Leading by example the Manchester City skipper. How many has he gone past there? That would have been some goal to be found the top corner, wouldn't it? Steve Redmond is forward. Oh, it's Peacock. That's as much of an alarm as Jan Stachel has had off the boot of his teammate. Ardsley looking back to his goalkeeper rather dangerously because Quinn was there. Quinn actually got to it first. Stachel maroon had to knock it out of play. It's been a pretty miserable night for the spectators one way and another.
Swindon played the only way they know, with style. They took the lead after 8 minutes. A sequence of 19 passes led up to the goal. Top scorer Duncan Shearer got it. 6 minutes later it was 2-0. A delightful run by David Kerslake opened Huddersfield up. The right boot of Nicky Summerby shut them up. In the second half, Huddersfield had to go for broke and Swindon nearly cracked. The old warrior Frank Stapleton, on for his debut as sub, won a penalty. Hammond saved O'Regan's kick. Moved too soon, referee ordered a retake. O'Regan again, Swindon fans will say justice was done. The pressure was back on though after 56 minutes when Huddersfield got the goal they deserved. A good one too, Gary Barnett the scorer. Shearer made up for that after 75 minutes with Swindon's third goal. It was down to Kerslake, he made it and almost claimed it. Shearer was left with the easy touch-ins for his 16th of the season. In the dying minutes, Swindon cleaned up with a fourth goal. Defender Sean Taylor got the header. The scoreline makes it look easier than it was. Huddersfield 1, Swindon 4.
Newman pumps it forward, and what a good ball that's turned out to be. Wolf Fox charging in on goal, tries a shot, it's there, deflected. Fox shot, and it deflected off the unfortunate Keith Millen. Fleck, he can sew it up here, he's gone round the keeper, and Fleck scores! 2 goals in 60 seconds, and that surely has dumped Brentford out of the Rumbelows Cup. Phillips. And Manuel turning that one away, but only finding Phillips. Fleck, Goss, what a good ball for Beckford, and Beckford's not offside, he must score! Yes, he does! Well, young Ashley Bayes is furious, he believes Beckford was offside, but the linesman kept his flag down, and in the 74th minute, Darren Beckford gets his 4th goal for Norwich City. Dale Gordon sliding it across for Fleck. Fleck with a dummy, Beckford with a shot, and he's buried it. Gale. Oh, and there's one pullback. Billy Manuel in stoppage time.
Terry Butcher was rewarded for his faith in his young players with Coventry City's 2nd win of the season over overworked Arsenal. Paul Furlong picked his way through the retreating lines, and man of the match Kevin Gallagher was first on the scene. So much for Butcher's pre-match prediction that the champions would win.
At Hillsborough, the holders Sheffield Wednesday had their grip on the trophy loosened by a stubborn Southampton, despite the encouragement of David Hurst's 8th and probably easiest of the season just before half-time. Because 8 minutes from the end, Matt Le Tissier put the ball on a sixpence for Southampton's £3 million rated Alan Shearer, who had a few more pennies to that price tag. They go back to the Dell in 2 weeks' time.
Even Manchester United's well-stocked squad is being stretched at the moment. Substitutes Brian Robson and Mark Robbins were needed to polish off Portsmouth. Robbins' first of the season, courtesy of Robson's header. United goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel attracted some criticism for the instant Pompey equaliser, but his punch was long enough, so long that we lost fullback John Beresford for a moment. He found the net from out of the range of our cameras. But his celebrations were cut short when he scuffed a back pass 16 minutes from the end. Ryan McClare pickpocketing in the Portsmouth box, Brian Robson pilfering the goal. He'll sit it out today in the hope of being fit for Atletico Madrid on Wednesday. All Englishmen needed for European games, so Robbins' return to centre stage may be a timely one. He just managed to beat Robson to the final scoring touch. No substitute for scoring substitutes.
Aim towards Andy Much. Watson in again. Attabell forward. Here's Newell. Cotty. Newell again. Peter Beardsley. Here's Beagrie. Shaping for the shot, and what a shot! And what a goal! Cue the somersault. That's a cracker from Beagrie. Birch. Looking for the right option. My word, he's found it there. Much in the clear and onside. Aims towards ball in the middle. And the Much ball combination puts Wolves level. Another long searching kick from Southall. Again, it causes a problem or two. Here's Beagrie. Well, he's trying his luck from anywhere, and it's gone in again. And the somersault again. It's 2-1. Atterveld. Nevin. Beardsley looking for Nevin again. Tries the shot. It's off the line, is it? Yes. Has it crossed the line? It's a corner. Cotty got the final touch, but it was just scrambled away. Everton very nearly 3-1 up. But here is the danger again. Hinchcliffe away by Stowell. Here's Atterveld. Camped in the Wolves area at the moment. Watson. Cotty. It's in this time. 3-1. It breaks for him. A trick hunting maybe. Instead it's for Beardsley. Still Beardsley. It's all over now.
Nottingham Forest annual League Cup run gathered pace at Bristol Rovers' expense. It's a 2-0 win sealed by Scott Gemmell. Don't remember Dad scoring too many goals like that.